Hello, everybody.
Happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday indeed. As I just said in the chat there, we just finished a driver fit in the channel with our great friend, Mr. Jonah Trenbach over. He's going to come and say hi. He's going to get a little...
Join us.
Little hello. So this is the man behind the planning of the channel. This is Sway Advertising's very own Jonah Trenbach.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Not at all.
It's a 10-year relationship. Well,
right.
for longer for you boys.
Longer for us, yeah. Jonah and I go back to, what, 2012?
Yeah, wow.
2012.
Oh, wow.
It certainly has. So your driver was needing a little update, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
2006. No, sorry, 2016.
16?
No.
I was in grade 3.
2006. Is it far back as that? No.
17. 18. 17?
No, we went in Burlington in 2018, I don't think.
We moved 2019. July 1st, 2019, we moved from Burlington.
Did we?
Yeah.
I think we were there that long. So you guys done a fit. You had great success with that driver. Title's TS2. So always a bit kind of loath to change something that's worked really well for you, isn't it? But we got you into something new, something nice.
New toys.
New
It was a lot of
toys.
fun.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're going to dive into the questions with the guys, and Jonah Boy's going to make the long drive. Where do you head back to?
Guelph.
Towards. Oh, is it Guelph today? Perfect.
Yes.
Not Kingston.
No, back to Guelph today.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys can see this later in the week. I think we're planning the driver fit for
See you, pal.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
So see you, pal. Talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to have this one for you guys. I think it's Wednesday for Jonah's driver fit. So it will be good. Jonah is a really important person in our life, but I will say this. I have a very special shout out to make today.
Oh.
This is the most important shout out of all the shout outs. My son came to me on Saturday and said, Dad, on Monday when you're doing your YouTube videos, can you say hi to me on the live? I literally nearly started crying.
Yeah, no kidding. He's a YouTuber too.
He is a YouTuber. I sent you the video that he made the other day. He always, like, I catch him and like, we're upstairs and stuff like that. Like, he'll have his leg out and I'll hear him saying, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I'm like, that's way better than I do it. So big shout out to Noah Boy. Love you loads, pal. And Harper too. Even saying that's emotional, which is pretty cool. So,
Cool.
very, very cool. All right, let's dive into the questions. What is going on in the world of golf?
Vic Crawley is asking if anyone's playing the new Titleist GT3 driver. I am.
We both are.
Yeah, we both are.
We both are. My
Great
bag's
drivers.
over there somewhere.
This is
Yeah, Mikey Boy's got the GT3 8 degree.
little change a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, well, so you were originally in GT2 9.
Yeah.
You changed to GT3, and then you tried the 8. You liked it initially. Mm-hmm. The 8 was initially the one I was spec'd out for in Carlsbad, but I kind of felt like I wanted a bit more love, so I played the 9, and I would say I'm really settled. As far as bad as I'm driving the golf ball, I'm really settled on the 9.
It's a great driver.
It's a great driver. It really is. Like, I've had spells where maybe not as much on the golf course, but on the range where I'm like, I love everything about that ball flight. It's a strong, high, right to left. It's perfect. I just got to get comfortable doing it in the course. But I really, really like it. It's exceptional. So I think there'll be lots of GT3s out in play, Mick. I think for the driver, or the type of driver that generally we fit you to, STG last time, Mizuno STG with Autoflex. I think a GT3 would be right in your wheelhouse, for sure. Mr. Rob Coates, always nice when he can make these. Always nice when you can join us, Rob.
Sudsy on the Water is enjoying the AI Smoke Mini driver video. Now, it did perform well in that video.
Yeah. What's Timothy Soto? Let's see the comparison in scorecards. One round with the current setup for Ian, and one where Mikey builds Ian's bag and carries from.
Jeez.
I want to see you break 60.
What am I, a mule? Come on.
I think you should do it. I do.
A caddy video. What a good idea.
That'd be a good idea. Paddy the caddy. Trenton enjoyed the interview I'd done with my golf spy. Only thing I didn't like is how they ended with that comment on how fittings should be free. I don't think they get it. Honestly, Trent, that one was a purely set up joke. Like, they asked me at the start of the video, Chris and Tony were like, listen, would you mind if at the end of it, like, we just ask you, the last question is, do you think club fitting should be free? And then we'll kind of cut it off. So that was purely more just like a joke. So no, the boys are great. They became friends of ours. We see them on the road when we're at all these launch events, and they are lovely, lovely guys. I really do. In fact, you know, as we've got to know all the team at My Golf Spy, we definitely have a good relationship with them, and I really enjoyed being on the podcast with them. It's just golf nerds hanging out with golf nerds, isn't it? That's all it is.
Gurus and gurus. John Burton, senior golfer here, looking for a lighter shaft than 56 gram driver shaft to increase speed.
Yeah.
How low can I go without causing issues? Where did I, right there. How low can I go without causing issues?
You can probably go a little bit, John. I think depending on your tempo and things like that. So, yeah, there's so many, I guess, layers to that question. You know, it depends what can go wrong. Well, it depends what your problems are. It depends what your delivery type is, what your strike tendencies are. So, yeah, I think that is possible for sure to go a little bit lighter.
Little super chat from our friend John Jensen. Hi guys, go Lydia, class act. I take a shallow divot and seem to prefer smaller sole and less offset. Is JPX Hot Metal Pro forgiving like regular hot metal?
Yes.
I was thinking that might be the answer. Please let me know your thoughts. Yeah, it's forgiving for
Yeah,
sure. Just in
definitely.
a little cleaner profile.
I think you like them, John. I definitely think you'd like them. Steve Middleton's asking, did we ever get our hands on the Callaway Triple Diamond Max? We did. I have it at home. It's on I think it's next week's agenda. We have some Callaway irons just arrived today. What do we get today? Thai Fusion
Thai
irons?
Fusions, that's right.
So the Thai Fusion irons arrived for testing today. And so that'll go into next week's plan. And we'll do the driver as well. And to John Jensen's point on Lydia, did you see any of the end of the women's British Open?
No.
I saw the last kind of little bit of it. It was amazing. Like after Lydia had obviously posted her score, and she's waiting for Lilia Vu to finish up and see where it would be, and obviously Nelly as well. She was just like hanging by the putting green, signing autographs, chilling out. Like I think I'm not sure if she married or
She's married, yeah.
She is married, so she's with her husband, and like she seemed like she's in such a good, like happy place.
Yeah. Well, gold medal a couple weeks ago and a major, Hall of Fame. It's
That's
pretty
a lot
good.
for your outlook in life. But she made a good point. She said her kind of, I guess a bit of her internal motivation now comes from her mum, who always reminds her that her mum thinks she was a better golfer at 15 than she is today.
No, really?
She's like, you were the best version of Lydia
She was
Ko
pretty good.
at 15. And so I think she has this kind of maybe a bit of a internal chip on her shoulder that she wants to prove her mum wrong.
Yeah, good for
Which
her.
is good, yeah. Probably going to create some longevity to her career because she has doubters.
Yeah.
You know, and nothing means more than you've got a doubter that's in your family or someone that means a lot to you. The doubt almost is more. If it's someone that you don't know, you're like, oh, don't worry about them.
Yeah.
But good for Lydia.
I saw one Peter Martucci asking me for feedback on GT2 13.5 since of my fitting. Well, it's in the bag. It's good. I like it.
You like it,
I like it off the tee for certain holes. Off the deck, it definitely has similar flight to what my Stealth did. I get a little bit more out of it because maybe a fraction lower loft, but I would say for me the only con it's not a rough club, and that's probably partially skill. But if you're nestled down, it's a little too shallow for me. But it's good. I really like it.
I'm trying to get my head around this one. Yondington, 115 grams versus 125 grams. Heavy enough of a jump for someone who responds well to weight. Tested well with 130. Yeah, I think there's a big difference between 130 and 115. I definitely think you'd notice that in time, and so, you know, I would, I'd suggest kind of 125 to 130 if you responded well to 130. Yeah, lots of good options out there in and around that weight, but yeah, I wouldn't go 115 if you like heavier. It'd be too much.
Eric Budd. Currently play Ventus TR Black 6X, looking to tinker with RPG Tour 462 M5 Plus be close, if not anything else similar. That RPG's stout.
Yeah.
Stiffer than TR Black. Has to be.
Yeah, I mean, slightly different profiles, but they're definitely both in the higher swing speed camp. What was bring the question back up again? What was the question though?
He likes to. Oops, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Where'd it go? Oh, Eric Budd. There it is. Plays TR Black, looking to tinker. Would
would
RPG
it be
work,
close?
or is there anything, if not anything, similar?
Yeah, I mean, it would be similar. It'd be in the same realm, Eric. What would be similar? I mean, VF would be a candidate. Just again, you know, probably a little bit softer in the handle than a TR Black. But again, if maybe that's what you want, maybe that's what you'd like. So I definitely think that would be another one to add.
LA Bryson.
Yeah, that's a big boy
It's
shaft.
a big boy shaft.
That's
You gotta
probably the
move it.
biggest of big boy shaft,
Yeah.
LA Bryson. Yeah.
Ruben is a super chat for us. How can lie angle impact toe/heel strikes on wedges and irons? I mean, massively.
Yeah, it can. It definitely can. I don't see it being that linear of a relationship though. Like, you know, strike is in, you know, the toe. Let's just move it more up. I don't see it working like that. I think you can kind of change. I think you can make more solid contact, which can kind of change, you know, maybe some confidence and stuff like that. I just think there's so much else going on. Like we always say on here, Ruben, if we're trying to change something in the flight, I'm throwing 5 things at it. Like if you're missing it a bit left, I'm probably going flatter, I'm probably going bigger grips, I'm probably going heavier, I'm probably changing the tip profile or the EI profile of the shaft. You know, I'm probably doing I'm reducing offset. Maybe if I can get a toe weight like in a I-230, maybe put 11 grams in the toe. So I think all of those things are going to be impactful. Lie angle's impact on toe and heel strikes though is one of the many. So I just think that's when it comes to being fit, you just have to have the options of doing all of those things.
Yeah.
Best players course in and around Toronto, public, TPC,
Yeah, that's the only one.
Eagle's Nest, it's good.
Yeah, I would say, TPC, best players course.
Yeah,
TPC North or any of them.
yeah, they're all good up there.
Eagles Nest, haven't been up there in forever, but it's.
I've
Yeah.
never played it.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Yeah, lots of people talk well of it. Copper Creek, is that players course?
Nah.
No?
Nah, maybe.
It's public. Mikey doesn't like
That's not what I mean.
Let's see.
A lot of people, well, I guess not in Toronto. What's the one we played in London? People say that's a player's course. I
What is
guess
that
now because the
called?
fescue's growing, right?
Yeah, what is that called?
Shenandoah or something like that. Tarandawa. Shenandoah. That's from
Country Roads?
Country Roads.
No, Davy. Chad McKenzie, any news on an Ottawa location, Mr. Fraser? We don't have any, sadly, Chad. No news on that.
Mr. Fraser.
See? Respect. You could learn a thing or two. Our buddy Joe from Chicago. Ian, the short game lesson you gave me during our fitting, feeling the arms being extremely straight in the backswing, what iron would stop you using that type of a feel? In terms of, I don't know what to interpret that as. What iron? I mean, definitely more of a chipping action, Joe, because we were obviously just talking about excessive hinging motion, and we're trying to take the hands out. So I think when you get to playing full shots, sort of 9, 8 iron, and then obviously down, you can still very much play that in a 9 iron or maybe even an 8 a 9 and a wedge. But I probably wouldn't be doing sort of those straight arm, dead wristed swings with certainly 7 and 8 irons. I think maybe 9 is as far down as I would go with that, Joe. And I hope it's been working out for you, pal.
Brian McAllister, guys, have you the Sinister CB shaft yet?
I have one in the car. I have it. Built it up on the weekend. I can tell you one thing, that is so counterbalanced, it's incredible. It's like we were taking Paddy and Tony and I, we were in the build shop the other day, and
That's not much. Hang on.
We were
Glue your
taking
fingers together.
the balance point of all the shafts and measuring it on the balance point, and the balance point was probably 2.5 inches higher on Sinister CB than something like Ventus Blue.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
That's a lot.
I know. So, yeah, definitely going to be one for those who like to play a little bit more head weight. What else is in there? Raptor 25, did we not like the lab putters? Raptor, if you watch those videos, maybe you didn't catch them, but we really like those, the lab putters when we test them with Sam.
Oh, yeah. No, I like them. We sell a ton of them.
We sell tons of them.
Little broom action.
Yeah, I think DF3, in terms of the slightly smaller, more compact head, could use that. Mez is pretty good.
Mez is good.
Yeah, lots of those. But the most popular, you think?
For sure, yeah. Yeah, we do all that. You know how you were talking about testing shoes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Will you test orthotics as well? Have you ever gotten into that?
I've never.
I play golf with
I will test.
the guy last
test
week.
anything.
They own that Pine Valley Orthotics. Michael Breed
Oh, no
uses
way.
them or whatever. Yeah. His dad owns the company, so he's sending a bunch.
Oh, good. Very, very good. Mick is asking, guys, any thoughts on the new PXG Allen putter with 0 face tolerance? I've not seen it yet. Did it come in?
Center shafted S
I think it did
pin.
come in. Cody, do me a favour, bud. Can you see if there's a mallet PXG putter there with a little S-bend neck?
Would it have come here?
Called an Allen. Yeah, I think they sent them as part of like a matrix of putters. But I'm sure I've seen one at the Mississauga store. Mick, I haven't played with it yet. I know there's some reviews on it out there. People saying it's kind of like an equivalent of the lab
Right,
putter.
okay.
Zero torque, but I'm not sure. No, okay.
Molino, Oda, Ian and Mike. What, if any, apps do you use to track practice? How do you know what to work on from practice sessions to session? For the one who practices.
I do it in old school. I do it in a book. So I have a lesson book that basically, after the lesson for 10 minutes, I'll just scratch down what worked well, what didn't work so well. I'll just reminders. And so, like, what worked well in the session? What do I need to know for or remember for the next session? I'll just do little bits like that. Very easy to forget, Michael. You know.
Very easy.
For the boys, what are some typical swing faults when you are toe down at impact? I would say steepening the shaft on the way down would be a big one. Early extension, standing up too early. So, you know, hips thrust forward, that type of thing. Those would be typical faults. A little bit over the top. A little over the top of the swing as well, Michael.
Joseph Wordley. If cutting a driver shaft half an inch, does mass need to be added to the head?
Yep. Roughly 3 grams per half inch. Couple of little comments. Trenton's saying, Mikey, don't fight it. You know you want to join the Broomstick Mafia Club. What's your problem?
No, there's no problem. I just haven't had time to practice with it.
There we go. Lots of Triple Diamond Max chatter. I mean,
I
lots.
just saw
John Kennedy.
John Kennedy.
Yeah, lots and lots. I mean, I've seen so many questions about it. David bought a Lab Mesmax broomstick after watching our video with Sam. I hope it's going well for you, David, because that's an expensive putter. Hope we didn't influence you in the wrong direction. Why did the lab putter not go in the bag? Was it feel? Thought you guys were hitting them exceptionally well. Raptor, I mean, the one thing I'll say is we hit lots of products well. We test lots. We test everything. And when we hit it well, it doesn't mean we're automatically going to change.
That old versus new putter test, the 2-ball,
Yeah.
I rolled it great, and I was like, "Oh, I should order one." But I would have 20 putters every year, and it's a lot. It's too much.
Yeah, I've tested putters that maybe arguably have outperformed my Newport, but I can tell you I'm not changing from that Newport.
No.
I'm not. You know, it was the only reason I changed the shaft in it is because I have 2 of the Champion's Choice putters, and I could have one with a steel shaft, one with a graphite, in case I didn't like the one with
The
the
graphite's
graphite.
lasted.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
That 105 Mitsubishi in there is really, really good. So, I mean, that is the one club I'm so content with right now, is the putter. It's good. It is good.
Joel Taylor. I'm switching from 77.5 gram iron shafts to 125 gram Bryson shafts. Should I expect these to feel more than twice as heavy?
Not more than,
No.
no, because it's not, it's quite a bit under being twice as heavy, but you should feel it heavier. I don't think you'll feel it twice as heavy though, Joel. I think you'll, I'll be interested to see how you do. That's a big change. So I'll be interested to see how you do, and always I think I'm a bit interested as to why you're also going from 77.5 to 125. Was that a fitting, or was that just a hunch of your own?
Alex McTieran. Why would I spin a max head less than a low spin head given the shaft is the same?
It could be strike point. I think that would probably be the main culprit. Yep. I think there's a bit of kind of nuance in perception of CG when you start to feel like, when I get the CG forward, I deliver more loft. When I get the CG back, I actually pull the handle more. So I can manipulate dynamic loft more by where I feel CG. That's why I've always, like, you know, drivers with forward CGs do better for me because I can actually deliver the right amount of loft. Stephen McConnell is picking up his GT3 driver on Saturday in Glasgow. He got over 150 ball speed for the first time with Joe.
Nice.
Josie boy. Working the miracles.
Julian Zamparo, what are your thoughts on the new Strixon wood photos? Are updates expected?
Yeah, we
for
were together when
ZXi?
we saw it, weren't we, the other
Yeah,
day?
they released some more this morning.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they look okay.
I think they look good. Yeah, we both said that looks pretty good.
We've both seen the irons now.
I've not seen them yet.
Oh, they're in the office.
Are they?
Yeah, they're Ristos.
Oh, that's the new ones. Oh, I thought Brandon made a typo and he, nice.
Yeah.
Hide your face. Tell me about them later. Okay, cool. Cool. They're early, eh? I was thinking that when these wood pictures came out.
I think like they'll be still
Still
January.
August. And they've got finished samples and this is early.
Yeah, I know, you're right. You're right again.
Timestamp. 1:29 on Monday, the 26th of August.
Did you read this one? Yes.
Yeah. We did. Oh, Danny's going there. How do you feel about free fittings? Do you think they even care about getting you into the best gear, or will they only care about selling you something? Free fittings are a volume play. I mean, if fittings are free, it's just about getting as many people into the ecosystem as they possibly can. I've never agreed with free fittings. I'm not opposed to some kind of a compromise at times between the fitting and some, the fitting being, redeemed against it on a purchase or whatever. I don't think that's, unreasonable. Some people do it, some people don't. But free fittings, I've always been in the camp of no.
Yeah, I agree. I think too, those fitting fees go towards more than just paying a staff member.
And I think people
Right.
who value the environment understand that.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody who wants to go in and get a premium golf ball to hit, have a nice environment where the mat is changed on the regular, so you're not hitting out of a
Divot.
a little bit, basically. That type of stuff. Grips are replaced on the regular so that you're not, all that upkeep. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not free.
Yeah. There's a thing called rent. Sean D, shout out to club champion Calgary, Tim and Dave. Fitted for irons last year, driver hybrids this year. Handicap is a 6, was a 12 2 years ago. I guess I got to do wedges next. Get to that 3 with your new wedges. Get to a 1 with a new putter. Get it done, Sean.
Brian McAllister has just put a smile on my face. Ian was with Stephen McAllister at Renaissance on Saturday, mostly sheltering from the wind and rain. Your name came up in conversation a few times. Stephen McAllister was my long-time coach, mentor,
Oh, really?
first turn pro.
Wow.
He was an amazing player. I think Stevie won twice on the European Tour. Great player, but just honestly, as a young pro at the time, I think I was maybe 21, 22 when I met Stevie, and trying to kind of find my way and stuff. And I hadn't played anything really of amateur golf or junior golf. And he organised for my first pro tournament, he organised for his caddy that caddy for him on tour to come with me. Because he's like, well, you need to know what to do and where to go.
Yeah.
And so his caddy, Paul, came with me and he paid for it and all that sort of stuff.
Jeez.
Totally took care of me. And he was just the nicest. I wish everyone starting out on that path has someone like that in their corner, because he was amazing.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
amazing.
that's cool.
So one of the nicest guys you could ever meet, or Stevie Mac. Steve Pothos, lots of talk about the price of clubs, but no one ever criticises the price to play some of these courses. I don't know if that's quite true. I think as prices of greens fees are going up, I'm hearing lots of people talking about, insane pricing for pay-as-you-play golf. So I don't know if that's, maybe it's less talked about, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I definitely hear it. I definitely do. Good morning, boys. Hope you had a fantastic weekend from Anastasia. Anastasia,
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Afternoon for us. I think Anastasia's West Coast. I think she's on the West Coast. I would assume.
Yeah.
Good morning, Anastasia. Hopefully you're sitting with a nice morning coffee or something, enjoying a wee bit of the live Q&A.
AKA Waffles. Waffles. Is anyone making a 4-wood anymore? Currently playing 3-wood at 5-wood length, but struggling to get the apex high.
Yeah, a little GT2 16.5 would be a great little option for you. These two donkeys have both got 16.5s in the bag.
Yep.
We do. For the boys, your top 3 golf resorts. Do you know one thing's a pet peeve? See when you do the Q&As, right? Do you ever get people who go ask you a question, right? They'll be like, top 3 restaurants in Toronto, go.
Aye.
That does my head in. The go part, not the question.
Go.
The go. Like, top 3 this, go. No, I won't go. Don't like being told
Some
what
would
to
say,
do.
don't tell me what to
I
do.
don't like being told what to do.
Top 3 golf resorts. I mean, in no particular order?
Are we calling St Andrews Links a golf resort?
No.
8 courses
No.
in the town.
No.
Why?
Because St. Andrews is really like a destination. It's not like a resort means like the hotel and golf
Like
amenities
Stream Song,
separate. Yeah.
Bandon.
But then I guess you look at like Pinehurst as a town, right? But it's also a golf
It's a
resort.
That's a, yeah. I think they actually call themselves Pinehurst Golf Resort, I think. So Pinehurst would be on there for me.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah, it's the best.
I've not done Bandon, so I can't unfortunately put that on there.
Stream Song's great.
I love Stream
You
Song.
can't not
I
say Stream
love
Song's not
Stream
great.
Song. Okay, so we
What's the
put
course we
those two.
like? Red?
Yeah.
Yeah, red's good.
One
And the
other.
third,
have
I
we
mean,
been
you've
to?
done it, but I haven't. I'm sure
Kiowa?
Kiowa's special.
I don't think it's special. It's okay. It's good, but I definitely wouldn't call it special. Where's some other resorts? Adair Manor, Michael. I'd love to play Adair Manor, but
I would
that would be a good one.
lose
Where
body
is-
parts to play a dare.
I would. Yeah, I'd love to get to Bandon. I would absolutely love to play Bandon. There's a load of them now. Sand Valley. Would you call Whistling Straits? Is that a resort? Is there
Yeah,
more than?
Whistling Straits is a resort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of them.
Where's the other one? Where's the other top one? I definitely say Stream Song. I mean, I'll put until I can replace it with something else. Yeah, yeah. Kiowa's good. I think it could be easily replaced in that number 3 slot. But for me, number 1's Pinehurst, 2 Stream Song.
Oh yeah, Cabot.
Cabot's better than Kiowa, for sure. No doubt about that in my mind. Yeah. Yes. All right, what else have we got? Jed Thorne is looking for a ball fitting in the UK. I mean, Jed, I would reach out to, I don't know whereabouts in the UK you are, but I think, I know the boys in Glasgow they have all Titleist golf balls in the bays. They have AVX, Pro V, Pro V1X, Left Dash, Pro V1X. So you're not going to get all of them in there. I don't know if Jason at Club Champion at Basingstoke maybe has a few more in there, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. Somebody that does an actual ball fitting.
And here we go. Josh Dobkin did a TPI fitting and evaluation down in Oceanside after watching you fellas. Man, was that heaven and eye-opening on some physical limitations to cause swing issues. Swing isn't broken. I am.
Yep.
It's a pretty cool experience.
FPS Billy, would you ever speak about how you got into doing fittings, stroke YouTube, etc.? Yeah, like Billy, I've talked about that a bunch of times, and I'm sure you have as well on podcasts and stuff like that. When people kind of, when you go on a new podcast and you kind of tell your story a little bit. So, yeah, podcast would be the main place we would tell a little bit about our journey to get to
Yeah.
where we've gotten to. I certainly did tell a little bit of that kind of intro in the My Golf Spy podcast with Chris and Tony. So yeah, my story's there. What one have you done recently, podcast wise?
I haven't been on podcasting forever. Rightfully so, though.
Overrated.
Aye, nobody.
We did guess right. Anastasia's she's a Vancouver girl, currently hiding from the dreary weather with a coffee in hand.
It's
Good
been
guess.
raining a lot.
In Van.
Oh,
It's been raining everywhere. We were talking to Joe in Scotland this morning. Said it was just the rain's just been non-stop.
this weekend here was good.
It was nice, wasn't it?
So good. This week's supposed to be perfect.
No, Wednesday and Friday now.
Oh, really?
Rain Wednesday and Friday.
By the way, folks, if you ever need to know the weather in any country, province, or territory, Ian will give you the answer.
Wednesday and Friday's going to rain.
He's a beacon for weather.
Aye. Life's all about good weather. Okay. What else is catching your eye there, Michael?
Joel Taylor is asking, do you guys plan to review the Avoda irons at all?
Yeah, at some point. Yeah, I've reached out to Avoda. We spoke about trying to get together at some point. There are a lack of heads, obviously with the 3D nature of it. So they're not. It's not like the manufacturers who just send us heads and built to spec and stuff like that. We would need to probably meet up at some place and have them and how they're built and stuff like that. But yeah, test them at some point. Shout out to Carlos. Hello from Bolivia.
Hello,
Where's Bolivia?
South America.
Any more precise than that? I think it's by Brazil. I think Bolivia's next to Brazil. I think. Yes, and Carlos,
Google
correct
Maps.
me if I'm wrong.
Thanks for joining us from Bolivia. You ever been to South America?
No, I have not. I'd love to go. I would
It is
love
close
go.
to Brazil.
Yeah.
Paraguay, Chile, Peru.
Where's?
I'd like
oh
to
no,
get-
I thought it bordered Brazil, but it doesn't.
I'd like to go to Argentina.
You love the wine.
Good wine, some decent golf.
Sudsy on the water is saying, I played a few courses this year where they've stopped maintaining the bunkers, yet it seems the prices to play is still going up. Golf is becoming too expensive to grow the game. I totally agree with you. I definitely said a number of times during the COVID time that with the amount of golfers that came back to golf had the responsibility not to go, great, we have more golfers playing, we're just going to charge more and just gain while we can, because the other side of that will be a sharp fall off. I think that's happening, golf.
Yeah.
I really do. I think people got really greedy, and there's less people playing the game again, and the stats pretty much show that, which is too bad. JDC is asking, when will we see a review of the new Apex Tie Fusion irons? At some point next week, most likely. We just received them this morning from Callaway, so we'll have them in the bay next Monday to test. Get caught up here. Yorrington, I answered your question about the 115 versus 125 shafts. I answered that one earlier on, so maybe go back a little bit. You'll see that.
Gamma Crusher saying I see so many saying they want to shrink the game.
Brutal. Who would actually say they want to shrink the game? Other than that one comment Rory made about shrinking the tour size and he wants to play
Yeah.
less players. That annoyed me.
He needs to shrink his mishits is what he needs to do.
So he lost 2 drivers or something like that.
Yeah.
Just lost. He threw one away and snapped on, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Weather in Glasgow is brutal. Played my club this afternoon, basically a bog since Friday.
Where's that?
FPS Billy, weather in Glasgow is brutal. Played his club this afternoon, basically a bog.
Yeah.
Irvin Bogside.
Yeah. Our old pal Jambo. Brian McAllister saying Trump Turnbury is going to be charging £1,000 a round, but you get a deal if you stay in the course. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, but great beds and a great
Heavenly mattresses.
and a great spa,
Yeah, it's amazing.
and the staff is world class.
Yep. Yep. Has that become a thing? Nicholas is saying, only part I'd like to shrink is these kids destroying greens for TikTok videos. Is that happening?
I've never seen that.
I don't have TikTok, so... Well, do you know, that's a lie. The only time I have TikTok is when you send me a video and I try and open it and I remember that I need TikTok to watch it. So I re-download it, watch your video, and then I delete it again. I don't like TikTok. Not for me.
I need to delete TikTok. If there's any kids watching this right now and that is a trend,
Oh, man.
I will find you
Yeah. In the words of Liam Neeson.
and you will become the green.
Ye Old Ruckus, Ninewood, best club of all time, question mark. I played in the
Ye old ruckus. Oh brother, oh brother.
I played with I call Jeff a friend from the club the weekend, and he just added a Ninewood and a 7 hybrid.
Jeez,
to his
oh.
bag. Good player too. Jeff's a really good player.
Did he get fit for them?
No, Jeff is like Mr. Consistency. Like
Jeff,
he's-
come on.
He knows his way around the golf course and stuff. He knows what he needs. So, but I just thought it was funny.
Camden Hayward. Any plans on testing the TPT Nitro and power shafts? I get mine in today.
Yes, coming soon. Yes, we haven't received them yet, but we're just need to send them specs. Danny Pratt spoke to you boys the other week about how to improve score. Started testing driver rather than long and off the tee, like Ian said, and I've had back-to-back personal bests. Always thought keeping it in play was crucial. Generally, the stats are now telling us that our misses are pretty much equally as big if we hit a short club as a long club. So you may as well hit it further down there. It'll help most people. Our pal Rob Coates is saying some kids ruined a green at Etobicoke Centennial early in the summer. It's definitely become a thing. That's so sad.
I thought those greens are ruined already.
Are you sure the kids ruined that green? No, that's terrible. That's terrible. We did film a little on course on Wednesday, didn't we?
Yep.
You couldn't play, dear buddy, dear pal.
No.
Your shoulders all banged up. But we done a little mid-season review at my home track of the lovely Brampton Golf Club. It was in good shape,
It
wasn't
was in
it?
great shape. It was nice out there. Actually, I saw one of your past presidents over the weekend at the
you?
club, Chris Bouchard.
Okay.
And he's obviously a member at Toronto now, but he was like, how was it? I was like, it's the best I've ever seen it.
Warm weather and rain. I mean, if you can't grow grass when it's warm and wet, I mean, what chance have you got?
And you haven't been out in a couple of weeks at Toronto, but the fescue's too long.
Is it?
For you, it's shoulder high.
So you up to your wee midget. Hello, Alfred too. How are you? Hello, gents. Let's see. Joe is asking, how important is puring shafts to an amateur golfer? I don't think it's good. I don't think that's an amateur or professional. I don't believe that's about whether you're amateur or professional. It's whether you want your clubs pured to eliminate the variables that come from shaft inconsistencies. I think that's what it comes down to, Joe. So some pros have it, some don't. Tiger doesn't ever build a set of irons without puring his iron shafts that are in there. and there's a load of, you look down, go to the website, look at the list of names that pure all of their shafts. It's a lot of the best players in the world. Those guys they're not paid to do it, and they don't pay to do it.
Yeah.
They do it because it's their choice. We've both seen instances with shaft puring over the years where we've seen shafts fail QC because of how bad it went through the puring. If it was shaft alignment, whether it's just inconsistencies, we wouldn't have been able to establish that shaft was made so poorly if it wasn't for that process. So I think if you're looking to build the best set of clubs you can, which hopefully is most people who come in, because that's the intent, is to get the right clubs and play their best golf, then I think there's great value in it. So, but there's other people who are motivated by keeping within a budget. Again, I get that too.
Yeah.
Understand.
Cool Videos is asking, how do I get a chance to play golf with you guys? You'd be very disappointed at the end of the round. But then someone said, hold the bus. Sudsy said they should do a follower golf day throughout the year.
Throughout the year? Or like in the
I
season?
think like
do
a
day?
like a day.
Yeah,
where,
we talked about that. We talked about a lot of stuff. But we did talk about that. We may actually have a contest coming up soon on that. I think there's going to be a contest coming up. We are, if you look over my right shoulder, Mikey's left shoulder, you'll see the counter, 238,000 followers. So I think 250,000 is a really cool milestone. 250,000 people, following the channel, subscribing to the channel. We are planning on doing a competition, and we've done competitions for, win this set of clubs, that set of clubs, this golf experience, but we're going to do an in-person experience that will involve us, some other, I'll leave it as club champion ambassadors, and there'll be the chance to play golf with said ambassadors and these two mugs. So to that point, Sudsy, we will have something for that coming up very, very soon. So if you're not a subscriber, hopefully everyone on this feed is a subscriber, but if you're not, you need to be a subscriber to be eligible to win it. And
this live needs 263 likes.
How many?
263. Just saying. It's up to you, folks.
So the contest won't happen unless they get 263 likes?
Yep. It's up to you, folks. Ball's in your court.
Oof. Sudsy's went for the double whammy. I'm a subscriber and a client of CC. This is true. You get 2 entries. Rob Coates was just wondering if there'd be a wee something on the line for the 250k giveaway. Well, there will be. This will be a good one. I can tell you that much. This will be a good one. Let's see. Danny's asking, how often should you get lofts and lies checked? My clubs are 3 to 4 years old and wonder if they can bend or move over time. If so, where do you go? A local pro. All right. Club champion. Danny,
Aye.
come on.
Come on, Danny.
Danny boy. And Danny, I think, did Danny ask about the UK? Was that about the golf ball fit question earlier on? I think it was.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you are close to a club champion, whether it's Basingstoke or Crawley, if you're in the UK, I'm assuming you're in the UK, or you're a little further north, I mean, yeah, it's a long way to go up to see the boys in Glasgow if you're not in the north, but you could always reach out and send your clubs up. They can have them adjusted to spec and then sent back down to you. Happy to do that. Well, there he is. He's always lurking. Do you know what it's like? Do you know?
Can I ban him?
It's like, when a wee rat pops up from a hole in the
Smells
floor.
the cheese.
Is there something for me? There he is. What level of support for a TXG CC would you have to have had to be considered an ambassador?
I would give up my spot so he could go, just so I don't have to be in the same country as him. Eamon, get back to work.
Listen, you're doing all the right things. You'll be in the draw. I know you're in the videos enough.
I know. He loves it.
He loves it. He loves it.
Rob Coates, delete your comment.
I know. Don't.
Don't get him going. He'll be here in 2 seconds. A4 Romo, what videos are on schedule this week?
Good. This makes sense. Scott getting back in the line. The videos on the schedule for this week, we have a live driver fit with Jonah. We have the Sugar Daddy wedges, PXG Sugar Daddy wedges, and Black Ops
Black Ops.
irons. I think that's our week.
It's a good
for
week.
this week.
Mini driver comparison tomorrow.
So we got a big week this week.
Oof.
We get
I
5,
think it's 3 right now.
3, right? So what are the 3?
Mini driver comparison,
Okay, so TaylorMade and TaylorMade versus Callaway mini driver head to head.
Sugar Daddy.
Pick your winner. Sugar Daddy wedges
Pick your
Darren
winner.
Jones
and
fit.
Jonas fit. There you go. There you go. Black Ops irons will be next week.
The suspense.
How is everyone going to get through the week? All right. Halford has 2 towels as well. That's funny. It will be a fair contest.
But you can bribe me. I'll take a bribe, sure, why not?
I think everyone watching this knows that you're not going to be deciding who gets to go anyway.
Oh, you don't know Jonah.
Bribe me anyway. When are you and Mike doing a break 50?
Oh,
Jesus. For 9 holes? For 9 holes?
Fishburne Golf, I'm too busy giving out free fits.
I don't know. Scott's asking, any chance you're getting a visit from Mr. Mizuno, Christopher Schell? No, but we are planning, I think, to go down and see him at his new headquarters in Atlanta. So we'll be doing some stuff with Chris later this year.
Atlanta.
Brandon's asking, I recently had a TPI assessment. I'm curious how you have found your TPI exercises and workout, how they've benefited you in your golf and having done these. Have you done it? Any?
I've done a couple times.
You've not done many, have you?
Not many, I said it's a couple times. He kicked me out of the app and said, there's no hope for you.
Do you know,
My back.
is it your social that's been stopping you?
Aye, I'll leave it under the weather.
You're such a donkey. All right. I never got your 263 likes.
Oh well, no contest. It's up to the 254 that are watching. It's okay.
Okay. Good time to call it. Tour Championship this week?
Is
East
it a
Lake?
break this week?
Do they have a week off?
I thought so, because Mac's down there right now filming that creator.
Is that not? But
Open.
is that not on the week of East
Oh,
Lake?
I don't know, maybe.
Guys, let us know. Is East Lake this week?
Scotty Scheffler wins the FedEx Cup.
PGA Tour Championship.
What's the FedEx Cup now? 27.5 million or something like that?
It's this week. There we go. How much? If he wins this week, how much does he win?
It's like $27 million or
the
something
year?
like that. Yeah.
It's a pretty good year.
Aye, no kidding. On top of the 30 he's already made.
Good year. How was the next question? What's that? How was the next question? One more, please. How was the next question? I don't see.
Oh, right here. Looking at a Callaway Paradigm Super Hybrid at 16 degrees as a 3-wood replacement. Any
Yeah.
insight into how it performs off the tee, off the fairway, and out of the rough?
Not so good out the rough, but better than the 3-wood would out the rough. But yeah, a big part of it is, obviously, like the face height is one thing. When you tilt that face height, obviously you're much less resistance when you add loft. So a hybrid at 25 degrees versus 16 degrees is going to have much different level of pressure against the rough. That's why people like Ninewoods, that's why DJ and Adam Scott and Tommy Fleetwood and these guys are trying Ninewoods, because they can just, it's the fact that the face on a fairwood is so shallow, and then you tilt it back, and then you basically take the height of it and you half it almost. So the loft makes it that much easier to get through the rough. So I would say it's still going to be, yes, it's still going to be harder than a normal hybrid out the rough.
Golf's to see. Scott Hansen says NFL starts next week, so golf ratings drop like a 50-foot putt. I can't even make a 5-footer, let alone a 50-footer. Who's your team this year?
Oh, this year. Who am I going to go for this year? I want to go to a Bills game.
Okay, I'm in.
I want to go.
Golf then a Bills game? Or do you want to go to like a cold game where you're out in the
No,
sun?
I don't want to.
Remember we went to that soccer game? My foot was frozen.
I know. I don't know if I've ever.
Well, I think we should go
Right.
to New York and go to a Giants game.
I would go.
A wee New
I'd
York
go.
trip.
Yeah, New York Giants. That's my team.
And then we go play some golf.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Go Giants.
That's it. Are they rubbish?
No, this is the year. This is the year to be alive. Trust me. They can't win preseason games, but those don't matter. Okay?
Have they not won any preseason?
Nah, it's just a laugh. They're fine.
I am a Giants fan.
Kyle H. Ruff being a Giants fan. Listen, Kyle.
Eek.
You're ruining you.
I can't stand the Giants.
Oh, come on. They're blue and red and
I
white.
know, that's why I like them. But so are the Bills.
Oh, boy. You know this one to end when?
Scott Yeaman, Jets, Jets.
That's the only team he knows how to spell. That's
I
why.
know. Wrong colours as well, Yeaman.
Right, folks.
Okay, we've descended to the madness. That's when you know it's time to go. Have a great week. Enjoy Tour Championship. Enjoy the videos we've got coming your way. See you back here next week.